Okay, so welcome Cassidy Cichowicz. Cassidy is one of our newer practitioners. She was qualified in Lumina Spark 2022, and she's already started implementing it within her organization and the organization that she works with.
My name is Cassidy Cichowicz, and I am the program director and a guide for the Wild Gift. The Wild Gift seeks to empower environmental entrepreneurs through leadership development, specifically in wilderness-based settings. So our approach is to host a fellowship program for entrepreneurs, or entrepreneurs apply for our program, and then they join us on a 3-week deep wilderness backpacking trip where we focus a little bit on venture development, so helping these entrepreneurs take their adventure to the next level, but really we're focused on the leader of the venture. We actually just celebrated our 20th year, and my job with the Wild Gift is to develop the leadership and business programming and then facilitate it on these backpacking trips. The Wild Gift is also starting to lead shorter trips called Wild Strides, in which we're partnering with other organizations to take a community in a backcountry setting for a little bit of a shorter trek, usually up to a week. We have one exciting trip coming up in March that I'm leading with an organization called Tits Deep for Breast Cancer, and their goal is to raise awareness for women under the age of 40 of the risks of breast cancer and
I
help.
wanted to just kind of make everyone in the Lumina community aware because I think it's a wonderful way for other organizations thinking about how can we give back, who can we partner with, what a unique way to give somebody this experience, raise awareness for something that is, so prevalent in our society right now and different issues going on that I'm sure that, if somebody had something that they were really passionate about, some sort of charity, and wanted to raise awareness, maybe the organization could partner with you guys. And I thought it would be really nice to just kind of bring that awareness to the community.
Definitely. Thank you, Kate. And really the magic of it is you take a group of individuals, maybe struggling with a certain challenge, or just like we do with our fellows, thinking through their vision for their business idea, take them into a backcountry setting, give them some space from technology for a handful of days or more. And really, it's an amazing time to just restore this creative energy and vision and connect with the community that becomes, in some situations, your family. It's really super powerful.
Yeah, I hope one day to go on one of these treks and experience it because I can only imagine how powerful it is and the transformational journey that each individual gets to go on. And it's so amazing you get to be a part of that. And I'd love to hear a little bit about how you guys are using Lumina.
So we use Lumina in our fellowship as the first step in this leadership development process that we take our fellows on. So as we all know, Lumina Spark is a fantastic tool for self-reflection, and we see that as step one in this journey that we take our fellows on. So how I was certified last year to lead Lumina Spark right before the second fellowship of the year that I led in August. And I thought it was a fantastic experience for me. I learned so much about myself and my leadership that I was able to apply to how I led the trek. And then we actually did a virtual session with fellows first, just to kind of whet their appetite, get them interested in Lumina Spark, familiar with the tool. And then the really exciting workshop that we led was a 2-hour workshop in the backcountry. And that was really amazing because it allowed the fellows to dive deeper into their Lumina Spark results and then immediately apply some lessons learned with the team that we are on. So that was kind of step one, was like figure out some of the lessons learned and how they could apply it to our team dynamics, and then think about how they can apply that to the leadership of their venture in the future. So it's a really amazing opportunity to incorporate kind of a couple different steps along the way of incorporating Lumina Spark in the immediate task ahead, which was completing the trek, and then also applying it to their venture in the future.
Wow, I love that. What practical application? It's like learn it, use it, and then now actually go apply it out there. What a really beautiful way of learning something, and really making sure that people get the most out of it. So,
Yeah, and mhm.
Oh, go
And
ahead.
I was just going to add that even now, months after I had a call with one of our alumni who completed the May track. So we also did Lumina Spark in May, and I had a co-facilitator lead Lumina Spark, which was actually how I learned about it. But she still reflects on how she like pulls up her chart, looks at some underlying qualities that she needs to pull forth in some of her work. So our fellows still use it today. It's really, really cool.
Oh, that's awesome to hear, Cassidy. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I was really just kind of leading into what are some of the feedback that maybe you've received on the treks where you have implemented Lumina Spark? Anything else that you might want to share with the group?
Yeah, starting the trek with Lumina Spark really does help our team dynamic because it causes everyone to pause and self-reflect and just instill this self-awareness that is so essential when you're in a backcountry setting, especially for 3 weeks. Like the most important thing you can do when you're out there is just focus on your needs, taking care of your needs, so then you can be a contributing team member. So Lumina Spark really sets the stage for this self-reflection that is so valuable, and it helps people gather the language to communicate if challenges arise, and it really helps with communication and just really contributes to really positive reflection throughout the entire trek.
I love so much about what you said. So many nuggets I want to pull out. One was focusing on your needs so that you can be a contributor to the group. And I just think in general, of course, that's a life lesson, but as a leader, how huge is that to realize I actually have to take care of myself, maybe put some boundaries in place. I mean, how many areas do we see that in, especially in
Yeah.
leadership?
And the other piece that I absolutely loved about Lumina Spark is just being honest with yourself about certain qualities that you have and knowing that that's totally okay. And I love that that is the language throughout all of Lumina Spark is like, it's okay. It's like absolutely okay, however you are, however you express your traits. Um, and then you're in control of your behavior, of course. But I think that that's really valuable too, because our fellows come into a group that they've never met before for 3 weeks. And so just also establishing that language of like, it's all good, however you are and whatever your needs are, but just be aware of those needs and understand that they do affect others if you let them. So it's a really, really valuable tool.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that, Cassidy. My last question is how do you envision using Lumina at Spark in the future with your organization?
So we plan on using Lumina Spark throughout our fellowship programs. We also want to incorporate Lumina Spark into those Wild Strides trips as well. And how Wild Strides is working is it's wide open for us in terms of who we partner with. So if a partner comes along and they want us to lead Lumina Spark in a backcountry setting with their team, the idea is we could go ahead and do that. Or, if there's a cohort like this cohort that I'm leading in March, if after the retreat they decide that they want to further their leadership development, I could offer Lumina Spark to them as well. So we're really excited about the opportunities with Wild Strides, as well as having Lumina Spark as a tool that we can use and introduce to folks.
Awesome, Cassidy. Thank you so much for your time today. And we just are so excited to get to be a part of everything that you guys are doing over there. It's such a unique and important and transformational journey that you take people through. And I think it's amazing. And we're so honored to be part of it in some way or
Mm.
another. And we really look forward to hopefully meeting in person in 2023, if not.
Thank you, Kate, for inviting me to this conversation today. It is such a pleasure, again, to be part of this community. And we hope to hear from any of you that have ideas for Wild Strides. We are absolutely open to partnering with a variety of organizations, and we look forward to staying part of the Luminous Spark community. Thank you.
Thank you, Cassidy. And more information is inside of your folders about Wild Strides and also on your USB drive. So be sure to check those out to be able to contact Cassidy. And also we can put you in contact with her as well.